Yo, what's up, guys? We did it. We survived the All-Star break. We got a nice slate for Friday, a 14-game slate. Hopefully, you guys all had a great break. I enjoyed myself a little bit, taking some time off DFS. Actually played some WNBA and cashed in that as well. It was my first time, so that was pretty fun. But whatever you guys did, hopefully, you guys all had fun time during the break. And back to the grind we go. We are on an absolute roll heading into the All-Star break. 4 straight wins. Trevor Story hitting that walk-off homer in the bottom of the 9th inning put us in the money on Sunday night, so I was extremely happy about that. So hopefully we can keep a streak going to 5 games. As always, if you want to join the team, you can visit the website, links in description. Season price has been discounted as well over the break, so it's very cheap if you want to get on board with that. But we have a nice slate today, like I mentioned. At pitcher, we don't really have a stud option at pitcher, except for Trevor Bauer. If you want to pay up all the way up at 13.6, the price tag is very hefty. But besides him, we don't have another stud in a great matchup. Syndergaard's a stud, but in Yankee Stadium against the Yankees is a pretty tough matchup, if you ask me. So I'm going down at pitching today. I like a couple cheapies, and then I love an Indian stack today against Perez, who has just been destroyed by righties this year. But first pitcher I like is I'm going to go right back to Edwin Jackson. He's only $6,700. I like him a lot. He's been good this season. He pitched really well against the Giants, just didn't get strikeouts. Only got 1 strikeout in 6 innings. He's facing them again, so it's kind of like a deja vu for him, but it's a better matchup this time. He's pitching at home in Oakland. This Giants team, I was kind of shocked by the numbers when I was looking at it, but they do not travel well on the road at all. At home, the Giants are very good. They're averaging 4.62 runs per game at home this year, which puts them well above average. But on the road, they're only averaging 3.5 runs, and they're going into the Coliseum, which is the most pitcher-friendly ballpark. The pitching conditions in this game are also one of the best on the entire slate. It's supposed to be under 70 degrees there at game time, so that should help keep the ball from flying in what is already a very tough place to hit home runs. And Jackson has been very good this year at limiting hits. Only has given up 17 hits in 24 innings. And the Giants do strike out a lot, so even though he only got 1 strikeout his last time against the Giants, I think it's a good spot for him to rack up a couple more Ks. Giants are the 10th highest strikeout rate. They strike out almost 24% versus right-handed pitching. And the Giants do have one of the lowest run totals on the slate today. And I just think that it's a good spot for Edwin Jackson at 6,700, has 20-point upside, 25-point upside. And the A's are just on fire right now, so he always has a good shot to get the W. So I like Edwin Jackson at 6,700 as a nice cheap price tag. Second pitcher I like, I'm going to keep playing him, Danny Duffy at 6,100. The price tag is not rising at all. He's just getting no respect from DraftKings or the betting market, as the Twins are still implied for a pretty high run total, which I am just shocked by. Danny Duffy has been back to the old Danny Duffy. He's pitching amazing. His velocity, strikeouts, swinging strikeout rate, they're all increasing in the past 2 months than they were in the first couple months of the year. And he's just been pitching extremely well. Gets another amazing matchup against the Twins. The Twins versus lefties, you just fire up any lefty against the Twins for the most part. They cannot hit lefties well at all. Bottom of the league in every category for power against lefties. They just have nobody that hits lefties well for average. And Danny Duffy has a great strikeout rate. Great strikeout pitcher, and lately he just pitched a great game against the Twins with 9 strikeouts through 6 innings for 27 DraftKings points. So I think he can repeat that performance. He's just pitching amazing lately, and I just love the spot for him here against the Twins. At third base, I love Jose Ramirez at 5,800. I love an Indian stack today. That's why I went cheap at pitching. I didn't love any pitcher at the top, and I just definitely wanted to stack up the Indians. Martin Perez has been absolutely destroyed by righties throughout his career, and especially this season. This year it's a limited sample size, but he's given up a 375 batting average and a 644 slugging percentage to right-handed hitters. And for his career, he's given up a 293 batting average and a 455 slugging to righties. So he's been destroyed by righties. The Indians have so many good power hitters, starting off with Ramirez, who's been one of the best players in baseball this season. Already has 29 home runs at the All-Star break, which is just amazing. He has great numbers from both sides of the plate. He hits 304 versus lefties. Slugging is 520. Just a great spot for him. Even though the Indians do hit better at home, this just going into Texas is just a great ballpark upgrade as well. So even though the Indians do play a lot better at home, I don't think going into Arlington does not hurt them. You know, it's super hot there. The ball is just flying. And we've got some great power hitters like Ramirez at 5,800. I love him at third base. Shortstop, I love LINDOR at 5,700. LINDOR, Ramirez, I'm just stacking them up in this lineup. LINDOR has been amazing versus lefties. He has a 376 batting average with a 576 slugging versus left-handed pitching this year. And it's just a great spot for him. Leading off against his Indians, they do have the highest run total on the slate. And Martin Perez, as I mentioned, he just cannot stop any right-handed hitters. So I love LINDOR here at 5,700. He is pretty pricey, but that's why I paid down on pitching to afford some of these big hitters. Going into the outfield, if this game plays, if the weather is not a concern, I love Gregory Polanco at 4,900. A couple reasons why I love Polanco is he is red hot heading into the break with the home runs. He has 5 home runs over his past 10 games. Tyler Mahle has been absolutely destroyed by left-handed hitters. This season, he has given up 13 of his 17 home runs to lefties with a .558 slugging percentage to lefties. And the Pirates do have a couple of lefties that I do like Polanco, even Corey Dickerson. But Polanco just has a lot more power than Dickerson. And Polanco is red hot heading into the break, so I love him. Also, has 2 for 3 with a home run against Mahle. It's a limited sample size, but as I said, Mahle just has been destroyed by lefties this year with almost a .570 slugging percentage. And Polanco does hit righties really well throughout his career. This year, he's almost slugging .500 against righties. And on the road, he hits a lot better than in PNC Park, which is just not a great ballpark for lefties. On the road, he's hitting .255, slugging percentage is almost .500. So it's a great ballpark upgrade as well going into Great American. And then last but not least, I love Nelson Cruz at 4,100. Just seems a little too cheap to me. It is a righty-on-righty matchup, but Cruz has gotten a lot of rest. He did not start in any of the games in Coors leading up to the break, so he should be well rested. And we know Nelson Cruz is a bit older, so any rest that he can get should definitely help him. But I do like him a lot in this matchup because James Shields is a reverse splits pitcher this season. Shields has been hit pretty hard versus righties with a .267 batting average and a .436 slugging versus righties. And Shields has really shut down lefties this year with holding them to just a .190 batting average and a .335 slugging. So I like the matchup for Cruz. He does have good BVP numbers versus Shields as well, hitting .304 with a home run and 23 at-bats. And even though the ballpark is not great for power, Cruz just has so much raw power that he can easily hit 2 home runs in a game. And at 4,100, just seems a little bit too cheap to me. And the Mariners are implied for pretty high runs on the slate, so I do like him a lot at 4,100. So those are the 6 plays I like for tonight. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. As well as if you want to join the team, you can visit the website link in the description. Thanks for watching and good luck today.